That's where this girdle too tight. Okay, what's your question, my brother?
Damn you, Goku cosplayer!
Okay, yeah? Yes, sir. Oh, sorry. From the guy dressed in the Goku costume. Asking me these hard questions, you evil creature. Okay, here's what I'm going to say. You ready? Let me tell you about my love affair. When I was a little kid, and I mean 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 31, 32, I was so in love with the original Star Trek series. I mean the original. I mean, to me, nothing beats Captain Kirk, Mr. Spock, Dr. McCoy. Those characters were amazing, and in my opinion, every incarnation of Star Trek after that got a little bit further away, and a little bit further away, and a little bit further away from the magic that was the original. Yeah, Next Generation was fun, but it just kept getting further away. And, you know, I just think there was something very special created with those characters and those stories, and I love them. In fact, my good friend is out here. You guys check out their panels. Star Trek Phase 2, you guys know about that? Good friend James Cawley that runs that and plays Captain Kirk in their amazing episodes. He's a good friend, and I'm paying him lots of money to be a part of it. I'm trying to bribe him because I want to be a part of that because I love Star Trek. And there's so many of us. You guys, that are a little more older guys that grew up like I did, loving that show, who would give anything? How much would you give to be wearing a uniform and standing on the bridge of the Enterprise? You know? It's like a dream, you know? Like a dream. Yeah, you got that, right? I see you back there. There it is. Yeah. Yeah. Somebody's like, that hurts. I can't make my... So I love Star Trek, and I will always love Star Trek, and I look forward to any chance to talk about it. In fact, my girl here did not know a great deal about it, hadn't seen a lot of them, and so guess what we're doing in our spare time? Weeknights we make salads, and we sit and watch Star Trek episodes. I've got them all on DVD, and I'm waiting for them to come out on Blu-ray. But we watch the original episodes, and I sit there almost with tears in my eyes, giddy like a boy, like a little kid, am I right? She'll tell you. I mean, like crying at some of these moments because that was such a huge part of me creatively when I was that age. You guys, I would dress up as Captain Kirk. My mom taught me to sew, and I would make uniforms. I would make uniforms for kids in the neighborhood, and I had an 8mm movie camera. Video? What's video? We didn't have videotape. You couldn't even play back what you shot. You shoot it on a film camera and you hope it looks good when you get it back from the developer 2 weeks later. No sound, and I would build sets out in the woods, and I would get my friends in the neighborhood together and we would make Star Trek episodes. So that's a huge part of my growing up. I love that show. And but now Star Wars, a whole different love affair. I mean, not counting the prequels. Sorry, the prequels did nothing for me. But I love the original three and the first trilogy, and I love those characters. And you know, Star Wars is responsible for so much of the direction that science fiction films took after that, and the technology. You know, a bunch of college guys developing techniques in motion capture and motion control cameras that were from USC, who now do the effects for about every major film like that there is, Industrial Light and Magic. And it was created by a bunch of college guys because Lucas wanted to shoot spaceships like they'd never been shot before. He wanted dynamic movement like it'd never been seen. And so they developed a lot of great techniques for the Star Wars films. I love those. You guys, guess what I have at my house? I have a lightsaber collection. And I'm not talking about the toys you get at Walmart. I'm talking about like $400 a piece, beautiful, screen accurate, gorgeous props. In fact, I'm going to tell you something I don't think I've told a lot of people. Right before episode 1 came out, there was a Premiere magazine cover that had Ewan McGregor on the front of it dressed as Obi-Wan. You guys remember this picture? And he was standing there like this, and he had the lightsaber, and I was always a big lightsaber geek. And I saw it, and I'm like, oh, that's a new lightsaber! Look at that design, it's beautiful! I contracted a machine shop in Houston, Texas to build that lightsaber for me. You know how much it cost me? $1,700. Now, don't anyone ever accuse me of not being a geek and a jerk and a nerd and a nutball. I love this stuff. Love it. So, in fact, I even brought that. I carry travel with that one. I keep that close to me. It's my one. I had some guy offer me like $6,000 for it once. It's a beautiful piece of work. Surgical grade stainless steel. I mean, it's like computer cut. It is beautiful, beautiful. So, Star Wars, I mean, that was a big influence on me too. I started making little Star Wars fan films. You know, when that hit, I was about 15, 16, you know, and was crazy about it. So I don't know if I could ever pick between those two, Mike, right? I don't know if I could ever pick between them, Mike. I love Star Trek from way back, and always will, original series, and I love Star Wars from a little bit further back, and always will. You know what? I want to show you guys something, and we're going to run out of time if we don't show it, so are we good to go here? Let me tell you what you're about to see, and I'm not